Well, Jacob, I think it's safe to say that horror has a new icon. Even before the official Krampus movie came out, the VOD land was just littered with various Krampus something titles that weren't really the Krampus movie that everyone was looking for. So there was a lot going into this one. I mean, Michael Dougherty was known for doing like the Superman movie, not Man of Steel, but Superman Returns. Then he did Trick or Treat, and most people think that it was just fantastic. It captured the spirit of Halloween better than really anything has since then. So everyone wondered, naturally, would he be able to do the same thing for Christmas as he was able to do for Halloween?
So that's how I feel about this movie. He captured the spirit of Christmas and then turned it kind of on its head in a horror theme. Don't go into it, I don't think, thinking that you're going to be scared or anything like that. But I don't know. I had that same feeling of watching Trick or Treat for the first time, but better.
Yeah, I think that's one of the big things to keep in mind. Now that the movie has been out in theaters past a weekend, and you're seeing some more of like the average folk leave reviews on like an IMDb or something like that. The poor reviews that you read are people saying that, like, oh, well, it wasn't scary. You could pretty much tell from that trailer that this wasn't going to be like a scary film or anything. It was going to be, kind of fun with this horror-esque backdrop behind it. And it was exactly that.
We've seen it before with plenty of other movies. I think this probably does, if you do kind of want to say scary, does it better than any of them. Not that it is scary.
It's got a lot of money behind it.
It looks so pretty. It really does.
Yeah, I mean, a $15 million budget. Just a great cast of actors all around.
They really did good with casting the kids, and the kids did a great job, which is hard to do.
They did a great job of getting a lot of familiar faces that you've seen in a million things, and they really made it feel like just a big dysfunctional family. At least here in the South, everyone's got like those trashy relatives that come in and just really like, oh, fuck, do we really have to hang out with them?
Yep.
Like, so, yeah, I've been there before, and I feel like from your face, you've been there as well.
Absolutely. I had this big dumb grin on my face the whole movie from start to finish. I can't remember the last time I've had that at the movies.
See, but you had a really good experience.
I did, and I think that affects a lot of...
I had a really bad experience. I was in a packed theater with, shoulder to shoulder. Get the guy right next to me yelling out derogatory remarks to
He's
children.
He's got to commentate on everything.
Every little thing he had to commentate on. You were in a theater by yourself with one other guy. Whenever the shit hits the fan, that's when the crowd gets quiet.
They settle down.
Yeah, they're glued to what's happening on the screen now, so they shut the fuck up.
When the shit does hit the fan, I think it does a wonderful job.
A lot of weird stuff that I didn't see coming, like the really cool practical effects, like dolls and stuff that came up. Like the weird, like centipede creature, even like the little angel thing that was with it. They all kind of did the same deal,
which was fucking creepy. That was creepy.
They all looked amazing. Like visually, some of the best effects that we've seen in this space. Something else that impressed me, in some of the early, even like the still images that we saw of the movie early on, with like Krampus in the background on the roofs and whatnot. Whenever he's running and jumping around from house to house, that's all like computer composited stuff.
Yeah.
But then it seamlessly transitions into practical effect stuff, and usually that's what looks the worst. Not here. Like they do it very well.
Michael's clearly the king of holiday themed movies, I think.
Apparently.
There was a Easter Bunny joke, and I'm like, please be an Easter egg to actually making an Easter Bunny movie. Please be one.
After the success of this, he started talking about how he's really digging in and trying to finish up writing Trick or Treat 2. Once he does that, I feel like we have two really awesome universes here. And I don't think it's outside the realm of possibility to where we get ourselves like an Avengers situation, but with like holiday themed horror icons coming together.
And thank you, Universal and Legend, I believe it was, for putting out a mainstream horror movie in theaters. It wasn't a Blumhouse production. And it was fucking awesome. And it was PG-13 too, which I know a lot of people were like, oh, I'm not going to want to go see it because it's PG-13. But I think that it made sense. It would have been ridiculous had it been R.
This movie would have been awkward had there been a lot of...
It would all felt forced if there had been a lot of swear words and a lot of gratuitous gore and stuff because it wouldn't have made sense for the universe that was created.
But there is one giant F-bomb that drops, and I was surprised to hear that, to be honest.
I think you can sneak away with just one.
Yeah.
And it can't be about fucking, actually.
And that was a well-placed one. Thumbs up for me on my end. I thought I had a really good time watching it. I had probably the worst theater experience that you can possibly have watching a movie, and I still came away liking it a whole lot.
I hate to sit here and gloat next to you. That's such a bad one. I mean, I had one of the best theater experiences I've had maybe ever. I mean, it's rare that it's just you and one other person when a movie is this fresh. And this may be our new Christmas tradition, is watching Krampus every December.
That's not a bad one. I think I've talked about on previous shows where my brother always wants to pop in Gremlins, and I'm not the biggest Gremlins fan.
Right, yeah.
Like, maybe we can just slide this in its place, and I'd be cool with that. I can watch it all the time. Like, I relate to the family. I think the effects are fantastic. The story was cool. It looks fantastic. The score, the composition was awesome.
Yeah, it's super good.
There's just not a lot to not like about the movie, period.
If you can't tell, you need to go see Krampus.
Go see Krampus. Probably buy it when it gets out. Megan said this in her review. It is an amazing gateway into the genre.
Just enough creep without being overly terrifying. I mean, it could be a little overwhelming for some people, but it's enough fun to kind of counteract it, I think. Yeah. Watch it with the one person that you've been trying to get to watch horror films who just won't.
That's Krampus. Go check it out.